Have you ever heard the name Doris Bither, a woman whose life story became the inspiration for a chilling Hollywood movie? This woman, Doris Bither, lived an existence that many would find hard to fathom. She was a single mother, struggling to make ends meet in a world that often seemed against her. But it was not the hardships of life that made her story unique. It was something far more chilling, something that lurked in the shadows, unseen yet profoundly felt. Doris claimed to have experienced paranormal phenomena, encounters that would make your blood run cold. These were not mere ghost stories told around a fire. They were real, tangible experiences that left her and her family living in terror. A dark enigma surrounded her life, casting a long, eerie shadow that would soon attract the attention of the wider world. Doris Bither's story is not for the faint of heart. It is a tale that has intrigued and chilled audiences for decades. In the early 1970s, Doris Bither and her 4 children moved into a rundown house in Culver City, California. Little did they know, they were not alone. This humble abode, far from the prying eyes of the bustling city, was about to transform their lives into a chilling horror story. In the beginning, the disturbances were subtle. A cold draft here, an unexplained noise there, objects mysteriously moving from their original spots. The Bither family at first dismissed these odd occurrences as mere quirks of an old house. However, as days turned into weeks, the disturbances started to escalate. The soft whispers turned into audible voices, sometimes a growl, other times a hiss. The cold drafts became chilling gales even on the warmest of days. The objects didn't just move, they flew across rooms, smashed against walls, defying the laws of physics and reason. But most terrifying of all were the apparitions. Doris and her children began to see dark, shadowy figures lurking in the corners of their home. These weren't fleeting glimpses caught in the corner of an eye, but full-bodied apparitions that appeared as solid as you or me. Sometimes they were human-like figures, and other times they appeared as formless dark masses. The unseen forces seemed to have a particular interest in Doris. She would often wake up with unexplained bruises and scratches, and even claim to have been physically assaulted by these entities. The children were not spared either. They were often awoken by unseen hands shaking their beds, and their toys would mysteriously move around on their own. These terrifying encounters took a toll on the family. Sleepless nights became a norm, and the constant fear turned their home into a living nightmare. It was clear that they were dealing with something far beyond their understanding, something truly paranormal. With the hauntings escalating, a terrified Doris reached out for help, leading her to cross paths with 2 ambitious paranormal investigators. Enter Barry Taff and Carrie Gaynor, 2 parapsychologists from UCLA, who were about to embark on one of the most disturbing cases of their careers. Taff and Gaynor were no strangers to the unknown, but nothing could prepare them for the enigma that was Doris Bither's case. Their investigation began with a series of interviews and observations, but it was during a seance, a gathering intended to communicate with spirits, that they got their first real taste of the terror Doris had been living with. As they sat in the dimly lit room, the investigators witnessed a phenomena that would both astonish and horrify them. They saw a strange, green mist materialize, swirling around before them, taking a malevolent form. This was no ordinary haunting, it was something much more sinister. Taff and Gaynor had their theories about the source of the haunting. They believed that Doris was not merely the victim of a malevolent entity, but rather, she was the source of it. They proposed that Doris was a poltergeist agent, a person unconsciously causing the paranormal activity around them, often due to psychological trauma or stress. In Doris's case, her troubled past and tumultuous life were thought to have manifested into the terrifying phenomena that surrounded her. Their investigation also suggested that the haunting was not random. It seemed to be focused on Doris, following her wherever she went, feeding off her fear and emotional distress. This tied in with their theory of Doris being a poltergeist agent, the epicenter of the haunting. Despite their best efforts, Taff and Gaynor were unable to provide Doris with a definitive solution to her paranormal problem. Their investigation, however, did shed some light on her situation, offering a possible explanation for the haunting that was plaguing her life. Despite the chilling evidence and eyewitness accounts, there were skeptics who dismissed the haunting as a hoax. But Doris Bither's story was far from over. In 1982, Doris Bither's haunting story was immortalized in the film The Entity. This chilling cinematic masterpiece took the world by storm, spinning a tale of the supernatural that was as intriguing as it was terrifying. The production of The Entity sought to depict Doris's experiences as closely as possible. This wasn't a tale of ghoulish specters or vengeful spirits, but a raw, unfiltered portrayal of a woman grappling with forces beyond her understanding. The filmmakers consulted extensively with Doris herself, as well as the investigators who had been on her case, to ensure that the film was as true to life as possible. Yet, The Entity was more than just a carbon copy of Doris's experiences. It was a creative interpretation, a lens through which to view the events that had unfolded in that small, unassuming house. The film took liberties to dramatize certain aspects, but it never strayed too far from the essence of Doris's story. Upon its release, The Entity was met with a mix of disbelief and fascination. The public was intrigued, drawn in by the promise of a real-life ghost story. Yet many were skeptical, questioning the validity of Doris's claims and the film's portrayal of her experiences. Critics were torn. Some praised the film for its daring exploration of the supernatural, while others dismissed it as mere sensationalism. The film's impact on Doris's life was profound. Already a recluse, she found herself thrust into the spotlight, her life scrutinized by those seeking to debunk or validate her story. It was a bittersweet symphony of fame and solitude, a paradox that Doris grappled with until her last days. The Entity has since become a cult classic, a testament to the enduring fascination with the supernatural. It continues to inspire debate and speculation, just as Doris's story did all those years ago. Just like in real life, the movie left audiences with more questions than answers, adding to the enigma that is Doris Bither's story. Doris Bither passed away in 1995, but her story continues to captivate and terrify. She may no longer be with us in person, but her spectral legacy continues to echo through the annals of paranormal history, sending shivers down the spines of those brave enough to delve into her haunting tale. It's been over 2 decades since her passing, yet the fascination with Doris Bither's case remains as potent as ever. Her experiences, real or imagined, have been the subject of numerous discussions, debates, and analyses, adding more layers to an already complex narrative. Skeptics and believers alike delve into her life with a fervor, each side eager to validate their viewpoint. Her story has served as a chilling reminder of the unknown, inspiring a legion of ghost hunters, paranormal enthusiasts, and horror fans. The tale of Doris Bither has transcended the realm of personal experience, morphing into a cultural phenomenon that has permeated the collective consciousness. Her experiences have been the subject of numerous articles, podcasts, and television shows, with each retelling adding to the eerie allure of her story. The legacy of Doris Bither has even leapt from the shadows of the paranormal world into the glare of Hollywood. Her haunting tale served as the inspiration for the 1982 horror film, The Entity. Reaching a wider audience, the movie immortalized her story, ensuring that her experiences would continue to chill and thrill for generations to come. Yet, despite all the attention and speculation, the truth of Doris Bither's experiences remains as elusive as ever. Her story, shrouded in mystery and steeped in terror, continues to confound and intrigue. It's a tale that refuses to fade away, a ghostly echo that reverberates through the corridors of time. Whether a believer or a skeptic, one thing is certain: the story of Doris Bither will continue to haunt us for years to come. Her legacy is a testament to the enduring fascination with the paranormal, a cryptic puzzle that invites us to explore the shadowy corners of our reality.